Welcome to the Take It Home podcast so bad you really should just take it home. I am one of your hosts, Doc Simmons. You can find me on all social media at Doc Simmons 17. We got the usual crew of handsome hunks. I'll give the hot tag to my partner. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Zach Hendricks. Follow me on all social media at Z Hendricks Brand. And of course, look us up at Country Air Official and Country Air Brand on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And besides that, we got the senior official.
What's up, guys? Referee Perch. You can find me at Perch XLV, # for the ref brand, and Waffles. Take It Home podcast.
Waffles. How was the breakfast this weekend, fellas?
Good French toast, and I made some pancakes on my own. I'd say the French toast for the restaurant was a little bit better than my homemade pancakes, but we're still getting it. We're still getting the mix down and figuring it out. So it was an experimenting week, but very good.
Yeah, baking is a science. It takes trial and error to get it to what you want. My weekend was filled with pancakes.
Yeah.
Similarly, my girl is I think I brought up the girl experimenting with a new recipe right now. But I am happy to be that test dummy. Came out well. Pancakes and sausage, nice chopped and mixed up syrup on top. Can't get much better.
Yeah.
What about you, Zach?
No breakfast really. Nothing exciting.
Wasn't this though? You would have gone to that TV repair last week.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Want to give a review of that?
Yeah, so I went to the TV repair. Tacos were really good. I had some steak tacos. The only thing is I can't complain. They put a lot on it, but the tortilla wouldn't hold up. Val got the fruity pebble pancakes. So those were good. So yeah, I guess I did have some pancakes. You're right.
Yeah, I watch your stuff more than you, baby.
Did you make a reservation and get your ice cold 7-Up?
I have not yet. I've got to figure out what the lady's schedule is when she would like a nice cold pop.
Yeah, ice cold 7-Up. Perch, ever been to Don's TV repair shop?
No, I haven't. Can't say I have. Sounds good though.
Yeah, they got next time we go, I'm definitely gonna try out. Like they got some biscuits and gravy with some chorizo gravy. So that definitely sounds intriguing. But yeah, a lot of it's like an 80s style shop. Super cool.
Nice. The opposite though of super cool, on the same end of or the opposite end of the spectrum, Perch's banger of the week coming in hot. What you got, brother?
Super hot. Super hot. This one comes back from one of the first CDs that I ever had. Banger still holds up to this day. Track 1, Matchbox 20, Real World.
Oh,
damn, that song hits like none other.
Yeah, I can't go wrong with Matchbox 20. Of course, legendary collaboration with Carlos Santana. And yeah.
Oh yeah, they rock it. Great music, great tunes. I heard it over the weekend. It was a nice day, kind of a in between raining and nice out, but good time. And that song hit the spot.
It's amazing, like they actually don't have that many albums for as celebrated as they are.
Yeah, a band where like their greatest hits is probably their best selling album.
Yeah.
Just a mega one. But yeah, that first CD so good. And then one a little bit later, pretty good too. But Rob Thomas on his own, a whole different story. He nailed it, but only for a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Great musician.
Hell yeah. Yeah, can't go wrong. Smooth will live forever.
Yeah. That was a summer banger. Maybe one of the first summer bangers I remember growing up. on every station of the radio outside.
Yeah.
Great time.
Can't go wrong. We've said it for a lot of wrestlers, but well wishes and best hope you get better Carlos Santana. I know he's been kind of in and out of sickness. My girl's mom went to a concert recently, and his son ended up doing a lot of his parts. So legendary guitarist, songwriter. Hope you get better, brother.
Yeah, much love to Santana.
Yeah. But why don't we start getting into the meat and potatoes? Talk about what we've been watching this week. Let's start with you, Perch.
Man, that 2 out of 3 falls match with Danielson against Daniel Garcia, about as good of a wrestling match as I've seen. I love a good 2 out of 3 falls match. It's my fave. The way you can tell a story around it, it can be told, an infinite amount of ways. And I like the story that they told. Very good with Garcia getting the one early, and the way Danielson sells on his way back, and they call it selling, call it just watching pro wrestling. I love watching pro wrestling, and the way Danielson goes about it makes you believe that dude is in trouble
Yeah.
and in pain. And he also can sit there cross-legged taking kicks, as if nothing even affects him. But it builds up his hype. Yeah, it's miraculous to see that level of pro wrestling going on a Wednesday evening on cable TV. I love it. I really love it. And that 2 out of 3 falls match was one that'll stick with me for a long time. Very fun match to watch. That trios tag was pretty damn cool. Wild chaos, and just to hit that finale, like holy smokes, he just untied his mask after getting murdered, and
Yeah.
then he took that DDT and boom! Oh my god, he got demasked. That was unreal. Just so much happened, and it kept me like, can't wait for the next episode. And then before you know it, Mox and Punk are gonna go at it. So yeah, great episode. Really loved it. Really enjoyed watching the Edge documentary on A&E. Really good. Just going into his, upbringing and story of getting into the business, and once getting into the business, an awesome story from a cool individual. To see it in his eyes, it's awesome. You can feel it, and understand some of the emotions that he has, and it's cool to have a guy like that blaze the trail for like us.
Zach, what have you been watching?
Quiet, hey, let's go. Come on, Mindy. Now.
Oh, he's been watching the dogs. I'll go. Mostly, all I caught was Dynamite. Yep, hell of a show. Yeah, that 2 out of 3 falls match was beautiful. It's like I wasn't going to be concerned about the pacing of it on a Wednesday show, but of course those guys are two consummate professionals and delivered. How could I ever doubt them? But yeah, really good. Love the story of Punk, or not Punk, Danielson bringing up, hey, when I was talking about forming this Blackpool Comic Club, you were the one of the first names I brought up. And to see the tease of some dissent in Garcia after the match is good storytelling. Say what you want about AEW, they at least commit to their storytelling. You're gonna get a good story.
And they got the crowd to holler the "You're a wrestler." Talk about storytelling. It just set them right up, and the crowd. I don't think I've ever heard that.
That's a new chant.
Yelling "You're a wrestler," but it was garnered from, like you said, the storytelling.
Yeah.
It was just beautiful. I was thinking that I'm, on the couch at home, and they were saying it in a different state across the country.
No, it was very good. The Punk Moxley promo was also pretty good. I don't have the nostalgia for Punk that a lot of people have, but I do love me some Mox, and Mox coming out there and putting Punk on his place. I was a big fan. But But yeah, that's about all I watched as far as wrestling. Been watching some Umbrella Academy season 2. Been very good. Started that. Been back on my Gundam tip. So lots of sad times, lots of crying. Zach, what have you been watching?
I watched a little bit of the WWE. Toxic Attraction. They made their debut on SmackDown. I went over to Mario's house. We were at the, as Mario would call it, the Pump House. We watched AEW Dark. So we got to watch a little bit of Axel Rico and Ernesto. I was shocked about how much they like did in their match. It was really good. They worked at Bear Country. Um, like I said, very shocked about like how some of these matches are quick, but they feel like they had a good long match. Super cool. Watch those
Yeah,
guys.
a lot of our compatriots are beginning a lot more action on AEW. Them, Sierra, it's good to see.
Yeah, and then if we would probably beat them at AEW, maybe it would have been us against Bear Country, but
Yep, never know.
you never know. But yeah, just a little bit of that, not too much, but yeah.
Hmm. All right, then why don't we just get into the work of the weekend? Zach, why don't we start? We had a freaking triple shot, didn't we?
Yes, sir. We IC double two ICWs and then 01 USA. Started off Friday night, ICW. We took on the Golden Bullies. Tell them how it went.
It was good. We're coming back off a loss from them at the Insane Eight, so little pissed at how that ended. So we were able to focus our anger and deliver. Fan appreciation night. It was good to see everybody out there. Great locker room as always, all the homies in there. The bar is becoming a nice third home for ICW.
Yeah, for Golden Bullies, for those who remember, they're the reason why we're no longer the ICW tag champs. They wanted to get involved with our get involved in our business. So Insane Eight, we weren't at the last year's Insane Eight, so this year we're looking forward to being back. Unfortunately, it was ended abruptly with the Golden Bullies winning. So yeah, it was a little bit nice little comeuppance. Got to hit Air Buddies on Juan Hernandez and get the win.
Yes, sir. And then Saturday was a full slate of action as we started off with the John Gresham seminar.
Yes, sir. We did the Jonathan Gresham seminar. Super good. Awesome to see how John on how Gresham sets up matches. He gave us a lot of good advice for tag matches, things that him and Jay Lethal used to do. Super cool about that. I got to ride with the car with Jonathan Gresham. Got to learn a little bit of like how he books Terminus. So that was definitely like cool to see that side. But
Yeah.
yeah, and then what did we do that night, Doc?
Oh, I want to speak on the Gresham seminar a little bit
Oh, yeah.
first. Yeah, it was a good one. It was an interesting one. I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast before, but the one time I've seen Dave Chappelle live was the week that Prince died. Um, and it was a very interesting show because it was still stand up, but you can tell that um while yes, it was a great stand up show, he was still working through the passing of a friend, and he was using um the show that night to as a means of working through it. So it was just a very interesting show, and I don't think it's been a secret. Um, Gresham's been going. I mean, he's been public about it. Going through um how would I say a crisis of sorts when it comes to wrestling, just his thoughts on wrestling. So it was an interesting seminar in the fact that that was something that you could tell that as he was teaching us, he was trying to learn from us at the same time to work through what he's going through, which I thought was pretty cool. It's not often you get to meet somebody that you consider a top tier wrestler that you model yourself after, and him be like, hey, is there anything you guys think that I just suck at?
Yeah, that was a very weird question to get asked at a seminar. Like, what do you guys think I should work on?
Yeah.
But definitely a very cool question because like that's something you don't ever really think about. He was telling us if he ever did seminars, how he would be very honest and like, yeah, just I mean, only problem is like I think Doc and I talked about this at the show. Gresham's like so smooth that there's really nothing we can really complain about. Like
You
we
like,
still learn so much from
yeah,
that guy. Like we can't really
we our eyes are not trained enough to look at the problems that you feel you're having.
yeah.
But it was a very interesting seminar. Good time. Like I said, learned a couple things. Then, as Zach was saying, we had to defend our 0-1 USA tag team titles that night. When it came to the premiere, we like those guys. I think we are of the same level of two tag teams that are committed to this tag team and want to be the best. So while it was an intense rivalry, it did devolve into some immaturity when it came to stealing each other's gear to try to get the little mental edge. But Saturday, the unthinkable happened, and somebody went to steal our tag team title belts, Zach.
Yeah, usually, that was the one thing like we didn't really do the premiere, we could have. They leave the belts around with so much. Like, 100% we could have been stealing those belts at any time we wanted. But we like we're the type of guys like, yeah, well, if you want to be immature, we'll be immature too and steal your shit. But the steal our belts, come on, man. Like those are earned. Those are earned. But nonetheless, we wrestled the mayor, and I'm not really sure the other dude's name.
Oh god, yeah, I can't remember. Austin, I believe, is his name, but I don't remember his last name. But yeah, the Mayor Kincaid and Austin, I can't remember his last name. Were the perpetrators of stealing our belts. The mayor runs his little title town and thinks everything in it is his. Which I believe we came out and proved wrong. Fans were super into it. Hard hitting. We were once again, we had that anger, but we kept it focused on the mission in front of us. And beat the hell out of those guys. How'd you feel about it, Zach?
Oh, it felt good. The first time ever as the 0-1 USA Tag Team Champions defending them. Been nice to walk out with the belts and get the proper championship reception that everyone else gets. But at the same time, I can't complain. The fans at 0-1 are great. They love us. They're super, super supportive. Even like after the match told us we deserve it. The belts are stolen. They showed us exactly where the belts were. I mean, as long as the fans have our back, I mean that's pretty much all that matters. And we definitely are becoming our own at 0-1.
Yes, sir. And shout out to Matt Fitchett for all the post match advice.
Oh, Matt Fitchett, yeah, it's definitely cool with Fitchett. Like, definitely a guy we look up to. Just being able to get critiqued by him and learn from him. Uh, he could teach us all. Definitely like take all the acknowledgement, especially like one day. I think we will wrestle Grindhouse, and when that day comes, we'll be ready.
Yep. Yep. Don't want to teach us too much. And then
Sunday, we were
the
supposed to have a
grand
triple threat
retour.
match. Supposed to have a triple threat match. But Chucky and Sean Priest, they wanted to enter they wanted to enter. I don't blame them. They wanted to enter the alternative title scene. No problem. We wrestled Golden Bullies once again. Number one contendership for the ICW Tag Team Championships.
Yes,
And
sir.
I thought it was really good again. Doc, what would you say?
Yeah, they definitely came out serious. Wanted to avenge their loss. It's 1-1 going into this Sunday, but ICW is back at Lapika, birthplace of country air. This is home. You want to talk about the place that Take It Home podcast cut their teeth in and gained so much knowledge that has been the basis of getting them to where we are now. It's La Pica. That's the home. That's the vibe. I was talking to Dillinger while we are getting dressed, and it was like, "Hey, this is your first time wrestling at La Pica," and he was like, "Yeah, I googled it. Looking at the pictures, it's small, but you start to see some pictures of the wrestling going on, and you see how much the crowd is into it." And I'm excited to get a taste of this vibe, and that's what ICW at La Pica on a Sunday is. It's been a while. Is
Dude,
always
it felt like ICW. Everyone was down the block having a good time. I thought it was super cool that a lot of guys who never got to experience La Pica finally got the experience. Wah Ming never got to experience La Pica, Armando Alvarez, CJ Cole, Raven Radix, and I think the one that shocked me the most was Chucky Bates.
yeah,
Never wrestled in La Pica, so it was awesome to have them all be a part of it. Get to see what La Pica was, how ICW was before COVID. Definitely, hopefully, that wasn't the last show. La Pica helped make Doc and I. Without La Pica, Country Air would never have debuted as Country Air. Um, Definitely be cool to be at La Pica one day, either wrestling for the belts or being the tag champs defending the belts at La Pica.
hell yeah. And like we said, Sunday we took a step forward in doing that by beating down those golden bullies. They came out hard. They had McGuire back as back managing them, so that's somebody that you always got to keep an eye out. He's using that cane to great effectiveness, I must say. But it's different day, same result. Air Buddies for the win.
Yes, sir. I think this is the first time in a long time we had a triple shot, and we went 3 for 3.
Yeah.
We like to be we tell everyone we are one of the best tag teams in the area, but we do suffer losses. You can't win them all, but this weekend we're getting that streak and catching some little fire. We'll talk about what we're doing in the upcoming weeks, but want to carry that momentum going on.
Yep. Country boys up.
Country strong, baby. Country strong. Hard hitting hood rats.
Yep. And Perch. What did you have this weekend?
Yeah, it's good to hear La Pica Lounge back in business. That place has got a lot of good sentimental vibes to it. Great mural, that picture on the wall, and the crowd right on top of you, and the entrance right there, and just good people.
Arch ceiling. It's all good.
Yeah,
Oh, that was
absolutely
something
love
that
it.
was brought up. Eric Dillinger was saying, I don't care. He was like, man, it's great to be up front, but no, Oren talking about what was it, the tropical vibe or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. It's a great place. Hoping to make it back, and yeah, had a fun lucha show, Galley Lucha on Sunday. Was a great time. A couple of 6-man tags and a singles match. First 6-man tag was Ricky Cruz and Leslie with one of their students against a handful of their students as well. Fun match. Distracted towards the end, didn't see what happened, and one thing led to another, and
Damn
double team finish.
Rudos.
Yeah, Rudo's double team finish, and yeah, it was over. A good match. Next one was Jake Painter defending his title. It was supposed to be Axel Rico, but he ended up being injured, so he called in his lawyer for the night, Eric Schultz, and dude brought it. I'd worked with him at Berwyn Eagles Club, maybe a year ago or a little less, but early on in his wrestling times, and only time I'd ever met him. So to see him, just the other day, and kind of a full put together character and good endurance, he brought it in the ring. It made the crowd think for a moment that Jake Painter may lose the title, but Jake ended up hooking him at the end, gave him a good old forearm to the back of the the neck, and one thing led to another, and it was over. Still champion, but damn good fight. I want to see a rematch brought back, just as a fan alone. But it was very cool to ref that match. And then the main event was Joey Marks, Mason Conrad, and Big John Crowley taking on Bandito, Gravity, and Commander in a wild lucha match. Just great stuff. I think it's all on Facebook Live, and there's good clips too from it.
I saw some clips with Bandito, the strength of him lifting Big John Crawley up.
Yeah, Big John is a big dude. He squared off against Beer City Bruiser at Turner Hall that last time at Zello. It's like those are good sized guys. So to see a guy like Big John getting hoisted up by Bandito at the military press, I mean, that is phenomenal feats of strength. Amazing precision, balance, accuracy. Commander did a full rope walk and just out of this world.
Yeah, that guy's
Stuff
insane.
that's that 6-man tag match alone is like worth seeking out to find, let alone find it at a show at in Villa Park. Very cool to experience and learn from those guys. Yeah, great lucha action, fun weekend all around.
Hell yeah, brother. All right. Why don't we move on to the topic for tonight? I talked about it a little bit before. While we were at the John Gresham seminar. He's been very public about it. He's at a crossroads in wrestling right now. And we one part of the seminar, he just wanted to hear what were we having crises with, what were we working on. So I just decided to bring that topic tonight to the podcast, and let's talk about what aspects of the business are we really focused on and trying to work through and figure out. I'll go first. A big what I've tried to look at and critique myself on lately, and I guess us as a tag team, is what Gabe Sapolsky had called the airport look. I think me and Zach have done a good job of marketing ourselves and putting on solid matches, but we want to have that instant turn heads when we walk in, when we step out to our music. We want that instant attention. And I think that is a total package deal, whether that's how we carry ourselves in the ring, which I think we've definitely, I've noticed some improvements lately. How we, walk out, how we hold ourselves on social media, all these things. It's that je ne sais quoi type thing. There's no real definition to it, which makes it harder to work on, because you're just like, how do I be more look at me please without being look at me please? We both have those shoot backgrounds, so we would love it if we could just go out there and do it bell to bell, but wrestling is so much more than that. I think with some of the stories we've been telling so far and stories we have planned, I think we'll go a long way in helping with that. But we'll just have to see how it goes. And that's just something I've been trying to think hard on, is how else we can present ourselves to just get that instant, who are those guys? I want to watch those guys. Want to see what those guys are about. Let's go on to Perch. Oh, what's up?
Oh yeah, never mind. Keep going.
Okay, let's go on to Perch. I'm just go down the line on my screen. Perch, what have you been working on? Struggling.
Yeah, it's something that we're always working on bettering ourselves, and some things you don't know what you don't know. So that's why we're out there getting the experience to, attempt and fail and go back to the drawing board and learn more and get those experiences, because the stuff that we're working on now is stuff that we wouldn't necessarily uh, have been at a level of thinking of, a couple of years ago in some aspects. So it's cool to continue to cultivate the knowledge.
Yeah, those Gabe Sapolsky comments were made in my first year, and I'm just now kind of understanding it.
Yeah, those seeds that get planted, but you have to live long, and you gotta hope you live long enough to find out. And there's a lot of those lessons that hit me just as well. But one thing in particular that I'm working on is as a referee, really trying to be aware of cameras and spatial, awareness to everything, understanding what's being seen to people at home, as well as what's being seen and shot at the location, but trying to be more conscious of delivering my best self to everybody at home, whether that means there's floor cameras, zooming in, or just outside the ring, making sure that I'm not in their way, but more so than that, trying to be in the right position to also tell that story to the viewer at home. You can see a submission happening, however, without the sense of referee right there, you may not know a sense of drama or heightened drama to a certain level. So to not necessarily be out of the frame at all times, but strategically find my best spot within the frame. So it's very much inside the dotted lines inside my head that are inside a wrestling ring, and it's always constantly moving. So it's a lot of in-ring footwork that I'm working on, as well as body posture and positioning. So those things that I continuously work on. However, strategically moving around. There's always more strategy and theory as to footwork. So I love studying good footwork and understanding where my best footwork can lie. So yeah, all inside camera work and footwork positioning inside the ring for at home viewing audiences.
Yep. Yeah. Working those cameras is. I feel like it's something that me and Zach have noticed lately. It's how many people don't work the camera properly. And I've been working on adding more submissions into my repertoire. So trying to work the camera to make sure that all that is seen has been a bit of a process. But yeah, always important.
Yeah, because we're there to pro wrestle, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. But it takes a little bit extra to be something more.
Yep.
So yeah, working on that kind of stuff.
Hell yeah. Zach, what have you been working on, brother?
Yeah, so I agree with Doc. The airport look is something like definitely been working on. I don't know how noticeable it is, but like I make a goal list every year. We talked about this, but on my goal list this year, one of them is drop down to 195. So I've been working hard. Doc has been giving me a lot of good advice. I'm gonna Salem Crane and Mario definitely been good supporters about it, but I've been trying to work on that airport look. I know what my flaws are. Fans tell me what my flaws are. We all know it's not. I'm not pretty, but try to work on it. Try to drop some weight. Try to get in better shape. So that's one of the improvements. Like Brian Cage put it over at a seminar. If you have a good look, good body, good gear, it's only a matter of time until you get signed. That was his motto. I can't argue it too much because you always see everyone always has cool gear.
Yep.
Everyone always has great bodies, and if you know how to work, eventually your time will come. So just really trying to work on that. I feel like I owe it to Doc all the time. I feel like I owe it to Doc to get my body in the best shape, just because we're a tag team and what we both do reflects on the other. So definitely working on that airport look. How Doc said how we carry ourselves. How on sometimes on social media, if you guys ask us questions that cross that line, I'm not going to respond to you. It's just simple as that. This is professional wrestling. I don't want to treat this as independent wrestling. Like independent wrestling is professional wrestling. I don't want to treat this like a backyard company. Like, don't ask me results. Don't ask me if a surprises. That's you're never gonna get an answer from me.
Yeah.
Um, on top of that, me and Doc, we're starting to work for promotions that a lot of people have been saying we need to get to. In doing so, there's been some critiques that told me like what I'm doing right now. Yeah, it might have worked other places, but it's not what they're looking for. And I've been changing up my wrestling styles. I don't know if anyone's been paying attention, but lately I've been just trying to think of more of what am I on Country Air? Doc's our flyer. So what do I contribute as well? So working on my wrestling style. And of course, as always, wrestling comes in threes. So the third one is tag team wrestling. There's so much that no one you don't really pay attention to that I think is so important in tag wrestling that I don't want to peel back curtains too much, but fans will call it out. I think it's so important to always have the legal guys in the ring. I know the ref can get distracted, but it's my job to make sure if Doc's legal, even if I'm the one falling on top of you for air buddies, I'm going to yell at Doc, K-Pin, like we're respecting our refs, but at the same time, we're trying to win as quick as possible. So making sure tag team wrestling is not just two guys thrown together, but it's an art. It's the art that should be.
Oh yeah, beautifully said.
I'm sometimes intelligent when the podcast needs me to be.
Yeah, I don't think there was a bit of outlaw knees in there.
No, outlaw knees comes and goes, but
Like there's still time left on the podcast, but we
yeah.
are winding down. So why don't we talk about what we got coming up this weekend? Let's start with Perch this time.
Yeah, we'll be in Crown Point, Indiana on Saturday for Black Label Pro, Big Rumble. Total Eclipse of the Heart. I think Jimmy Hart's going to be in the house. Lots of good people showing up for the Rumble. And yeah, it should be a blast. That should be on IWTV, I believe at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday.
Mm. And Zach, what are we doing?
What we doing? We're going to a taco eating contest, I believe, Friday, right? Is that what we're doing?
I believe we are.
We're gonna wrestle them tacos at Wrestling Tacos. Baby, I had a couple guys ask. We ain't gone from Bruce City, baby. We had to go back and self evaluate. There's
Yeah.
some things that out of town shooters. We're cunning. We strike when we need to. You know what I mean? Like
Yep. You pay us to leave, so don't worry. We
oh
will
we
be making our return. Like I said, we'll be at the Wrestling Taco this weekend with Bruce City Wrestling.
I mean, if Caribbean Arrogance wants to show up, bring your belts. Hell, bring the galley belts. We'll bring the 0-1 tag belts. Let's just do a tag belt extravaganza, baby. If
Yeah.
Funk allows it.
But yeah, looking
But
forward to it. It'd be good to be back at home for a little bit.
yes, sir. Friday shows. I love doing Friday shows, but not gonna lie, I love Friday. I love traveling. I love going out of state. Like, don't get me wrong. I love going new places, new fans, new adventures. But sometimes those Friday shows, the day after work, it's nice when they're not that far away.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're in the backyard. So yeah, definitely looking forward to Friday. Saturday, we will be on the road.
Yes, we will.
Where? We're not telling you yet. Just pay attention to the socials.
Yeah, just watch the socials. We'll be somewhere on Saturday. Not.
I do know. Yeah, Jack has a football game though. First game of the year. Jack's playing for both teams because he's a damn superstar over here. Check out number 14 on the 8th grade team, number 83 on the 7th grade team. Back to back games. Yeah, Jack's trying to Jack's on his journey now, finding himself in football, and I was super excited for him to have his first game. He had his first scrimmage. Definitely was super cool to watch. He might be tiny, but he's fierce and he's fast, and he knows his plays, and his footwork's pretty good. So, yeah, for those in the area, I mean, if you're bored, check it out. Jack will be killing it on the football field this season, playing for 2 teams, being
Hell yeah.
ready for high school.
Hell yeah.
And
And
then
then
Sunday, the rib of pro wrestling finally, see the effects there, finally ends.
yes.
Uh, 3 Rings of Doom. Merle Ramsey. Doc and I have been going to Bourbon, Indiana for a couple of years now. And we're your mama's favorites, and we're good, happy, hard-hitting hood rats. But Bourbon, Indiana is the only place that just truly disgusts me.
Yep.
This isn't a heel turn. It's just country air being honest. You go there, the fans are super disrespectful. They yell, "Go Packers, go." And I'm not trying to crap on Wisconsin sports, but they're yelling at it like it's going to affect me, like Packers suck. Doc is a Giants fan. I'm a Bears fan.
Yeah.
If you guys want to assault me, quit reading the Wish version of Outlaw Knees. Go on Amazon, order it for $6.90, and do it right.
Yep. So yes, Country Air will be in Bourbon, Indiana at 3 Rings of Doom, proudly representing Team Merle.
Merle, like I was gonna get that. Merle finally put us on the poster, let you fans know we're coming. Merle said your mayor was kind enough to pay us a super sequential amount of money. That's that word. See, I was about to go Outlaw Knees. And yeah, we're there to wrestle. We're there to I mean, I feel like it's my moral obligation to make sure Merle does not lose because he helps us get so many places.
Yes, especially after that vicious massacre of drop toe holds that BD Smooth delivered this past weekend.
Dude, Merle wasn't even ready.
Unwarranted.
Also, on top of us ensuring that this rib ends and Merle Ramsey finally does the right thing. And what's the ref's name? Jonathan? No, not
Donovan.
Jonathan. Donovan. And Donovan will better be doing the right things. We also are there to collect the title.
Oh yeah.
So,
that too.
we're also there to do the wrestles.
Yeah. We're also wrestling. We will be wrestling for the PWK tag team titles.
PWK and these fans always talk like, oh, it's another promotion, so they're not going to win the tag belts. Newsflash, bozos, and Bourbon, Indiana, we're booked at PWK in December, so if we win the belts, we'll hold them all the way till December.
A nice easy 4 to 5 month run.
That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but everyone's like, oh, it's a cross promotion belt title defense. That's not going to happen. Everyone knows, blah, blah, blah. Well, we're booked. You don't think we're booked? You don't think we were trying to make sure we didn't get screwed? I know BD's there hearing us talk that smack, probably going to make sure we try not to win the belts, try telling people, you're going to let
Try to
some
give us a
guys.
damn drop toe hold.
Dude. Yeah. So just trying to say anyone that says, oh, it's obvious. No, we're booked. And we collect titles. Treehouse of Champions, Volume 1, coming out this December, regardless.
Hell yeah. Nice, fellas. Yeah, should be a fun weekend for all. Zach, any final thoughts or questions?
Hell yeah. So on my Instagram story, like me and Doc like to do a lot of the sharing of shows we're a part of and cool things we see. On my story, I shared the ICW alternative title bracket. And I don't know if anyone read it. Probably not. A lot of people don't like to read my stuff. Understandable. But I filled out the bracket like March Madness. Like filled it out, filled in the lines, and my prediction on winners. So I'm gonna ask you guys if you want to go through the whole tournament and say who you think's gonna win each match round by round. That's cool. Or you just predict the winner out of all the guys. But I filled mine out, and I have a Evil Inside finals. I think it's gonna be Sean Priest versus Chucky Bates, in the best 2 out of 3 falls match. I think Chucky's gonna win 2 falls in a row.
Mm. I did look at the bracket and I did pick my first round winners, but that made me stuck afterwards.
All right. What's your first round winners?
First round winners, I'm going with Armando in the submission match against Jaden. I know Jaden's been on fire, but Armando has been waiting for his time to break out of the set screw, and I think this could be it. I'm going Chucky over Blazing Ben in the hardcore match. Chucky coming off that great match with Neil Diamond Cutter on Sunday. I think he's just in that rhythm right now, and it's going to be hard for Ben to stop him. Uh, I'm taking Sean Priest over Nell Dillinger. Hey, Nell, we've had some wars lately, and you might be a submission winner. But this strong style rules, they don't call Sean Priest Mr. Potato Head for nothing. And Lucha rules, Juan versus Oso. Um, that one is tough, but I'm gonna go with the Big Bear Oso. He's another one
Ooh.
that's been on a little bit of a run lately. He's been traveling, trying to make himself better. Juan has too, but I'm gonna give the edge to Oso.
All right. So you got that. I have Jaden Mercer and Juan. Main reasons. I just think Prince of Lucha. I mean, that's his gimmick. You should win.
That's fair.
And then for a submission match, I just don't like Armando. I'm like really hoping that Jaden snaps his leg off. So
Like, I don't like Armando too, but I've been paying attention. He's been waiting for a moment to break out. He's got all these strong personalities in front of him. This is his time to shine. I think he might take it.
I don't know. I'm just gonna hope Jaden snaps his leg off, and and then we can have a fair title match against the Caribbeans. Like
Yeah.
I'm about to pull out my dogs. But all right,
All
bro.
three of those
Hold on.
ankle biters.
So Sean Priest and Oso, first blood. Who you got?
Uh, uh, think I'm gonna go Oso again.
Ooh,
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna
go
start, bud.
Oso. Only because Sean Priest has only recently gotten back into it. First blood match is a big jump from a strong style rules match. Yeah, I'm gonna go Oso.
And then opposite, Armando or Chucky. And that's a doors of death.
Hmm. You know what? I'm gonna go Armando again.
Bro, you're going for Armando Oso, best 2 out of 3.
Yep.
Who
And
you
you know
got?
what? I'll take Armando to win it all.
Do you think
Why not?
Armando's gonna surprise? I think Armando's probably like, in my opinion, the dark horse of the tournament. So yeah,
Yeah, I
Doc's
really
going with
do
a
think he is. I think he's got a lot to prove. And I think if he gets past Jaden, it'll be hard to stop him. That might give him the confidence he needs.
for sure. 2-0 or 2-1 split.
2-1 split.
All right.
I think
Then-
Armando takes him to deep water and drowns him.
All right. Then Perch, you can do round by round, or you can just
If
pick
you
a
have any
winner, or
predictions.
yeah,
I've got
or if you don't
Mercer
want,
against Chucky, and I've got Priest against Juan. I've got Priest beating Juan, Chucky beating Mercer, and Priest defeating Chucky in
all right, so
the 2 out of 3 falls match.
So you got the big return for Priest. He comes back, wins it all.
Yeah, I'm not betting against Priest. Mm-mm.
It's a hard one to bet against him, but time off can affect a man. Is all I'm saying.
so me and Perch are similar, except I got Chucky winning.
Evil inside finals. All right. Perch. Any final thoughts or questions?
Yeah, continue to celebrate pro wrestling.
Hell yeah. And me, as always, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Please follow us on all the social medias, and please tell promotions to book us. 2022 is coming to an end, so we will be looking for those 2023 bookings. Maybe this year we'll actually get to make the cool announcement. We are officially taking 2023 bookings. Actually, you know what? This is that announcement. We are officially taking 2023 bookings. There we go. Let's just get that out of the way. And with that, this has been the Take It Home podcast. Y'all be easy. One.